we are speaking here that we need to take the land without compensation. Yes. We say that because we know how the land was taken from us. And we know that when they came in, especially with the Land Act, in 1913, they took over the land and turned the landowners into slaves. And they've pushed away our people from the center of economic activities. And we thought that thing only happened in 1913. But there is a proof that when we concluded CODESA, when we adopted sunset clauses, when we said we'll not tamper with their properties, many of them did not have property. Actually, they attained the deeds of grant from the deeds office, majority of them in 1994, on the eve of democratic elections. Many of them did not pay anything for that. Many of them just decided to fence the land and declare it their land without even having any documentation proving that these people are owning that land. An example is here in Rustenburg when we're building a road from Rustenburg to Pretoria, the new road by a democratic government. We had to pass through some farms. And they said they need money. We said we are going to pay you anyway. That is what the law says. We must pay you every time we take this land from you. We want to pay you, bring the title deed. They disappeared. Majority of them never came because they don't have that proof. Many of them, comrades, bought this land very cheap. Immediately after that, coerced our government to adopt a policy called willing buyer, willing seller. And with that adoption of that policy, they then connived because they are owning this land as families, and then decided to increase the price of the land. With that policy, only those who have money, they can buy the land. Our government does not have money. Our government cannot afford to buy the land. If they buy this land, we must be rest assured that this free quality education we're talking about, our government will not afford it after buying the land. They will not afford the health care. They will not afford housing, basic services after buying this land. They connived, they're selling the land at market-related value. Now, if the government cannot afford to buy this land, it's a clear indication that ordinary South Africans, me and you, we cannot afford. Now, who's going to afford to buy the land? It's foreigners. Because they come with foreign currency, and the value of their foreign currency is stronger than our currency. It is not theory. The land issue has moved beyond the issue of colonizers and apartheid into the Arabs. Between Varambat and Polokwane, there is an empty land there. If we check who owns that land, is the Arabs. They use the oil money to buy the land. And if you want to take it from them, you must pay with foreign currency. In 1994, immediately after 1994, we said we are going to transfer 30% of the land back to the people. Indications are clear that by 2014 we will not have met that commitment of 30%. we were transferring 30% because we were owning, as Africans or as blacks, 13%. So if we had succeeded to transfer 30% by 2014, it means we're going to be owning 43% in 20 years of our democracy. It was going to be better. But it's clear we will not go beyond 5% by 2040. So what it means is that we are transferring with these policies, with the laws in place, with this constitution which is praised by everybody, it means we are transferring 5% every 20 years. What it means is that we'll transfer 20% in 100 years. What it means is that we will not even meet 30% in 100 years if we want to continue with these policies. We are refusing to be part of this failure. They have failed. They have failed.
Ngizolilwela
Izwela
Ngizolilwela
Izwela
Ngizolilwela bo Yo Izwela Izwela me Izwela me